You ever spend anything, heaven's sake, come on. All right, let's get serious here. Yeah. Apple says it told app makers to stop recording your screen activity or your face, okay? Immediate action. That's what they're threatening. Joining us now, Vivek Owadwa, Harvard Law Distinguished Fellow and Carnegie Mellon Distinguished Professor. All right, Vivek, you say what these apps are doing is criminal. OK, so look, make it clear to all of our viewers, what are these apps doing and why do you say it's criminal?
Stuart, once you turn your camera on in an app for anything, you'll first load it up and you give it permission, it can turn the camera on anytime it wants to. Once you say turn location services on, it can follow you wherever you go and keep track of your entire life history. People don't realize that when they take their phone to their bathroom, the camera could have been turned on without them realizing it. The microphone could be on if they've given these apps permission. They don't realize that their movements on the phone, everything they do could be recorded by these app companies. So what we should be shocked at is not that Air Canada and Singapore Airlines and Expedia were taking advantage of a feature. Why does a feature exist? Why can these companies spy on us like this? People don't know that these devices are Big Brother, spies on them.
But, I mean, is this pervasive? I mean, is this really common?
Well, it's more common than we think, and it's not the good guys. I'm not worried about Air Canada spying on me and trying to sell me a ticket to Canada. I mean, forget about that. What I'm worried about is apps that we don't even know are doing this, game apps that our kids download. Suddenly they turn features on and they're spying on us. If Apple is not doing it, imagine what's happening on Google. I mean, Google is 20 times bigger, and they do much less supervision. Apple, at least Tim Cook really cares about privacy and he's made it a big deal. Google is letting the wild, wild west happen on their Android phones. So we have a lot to be worried about over here.
Is there something in the fine print with these apps that lets them do it legally?
Well, when you install an app, all these long, long pages of instructions you get, have you ever read all of the
No,
fine print?
Never.
They could be asking you to sell your soul, and you've said, OK, I accept the terms.
OK. Now, Germany, that country, they've ordered Facebook to change the way that Facebook collects data. Now, it's a big deal. Right. Do you think the US will go down the same road? Because do you think we'll ever force them to change their business model?
The FTC was asleep at the wheel when it allowed Facebook to purchase WhatsApp and Instagram. Because what now Mark Zuckerberg is doing is he announced that he's going to start integrating them, which means that what you do on one app, what you do in one place, what you do on the web, Facebook captures all the data and uses it in any way they want to. If Facebook was using only what they found on WhatsApp for WhatsApp and from targeting that would be one thing. But to be able to take it all across platforms is a danger to us. The Germans have woken up to it. They're being smarter than we are. Well, what the FTC needs to be doing is looking at what Germany is doing, what other countries are doing, and say maybe we need to now tighten up our regulations or prevent them from doing this.
But Facebook, Google, they've got enormous amounts of money. Their lobbying power is very significant. I got to tell you, Vivek, I just can't see the regulators getting over the political barrier.
That's why I'm happy that Germany is doing it. That's why the Euro is doing it. India is tightening up on Amazon and e-commerce because these companies have become monopolies. They have so much power now that they're really, it's like a cancer on capitalism. You and I both respect capitalism. We think it's a great system.
Yep.
Well, what's happened over here is a Scrooge of capitalism, that they've gained so much power that they're able to buy up our politicians and confuse everyone and get away with murder, literally, of capitalism.
Look, thank you very much for bringing this point of view to the fore here, Vivek, because I think this is a big story and will continue to be so for a long time to come. Vivek Owadwa, thanks for joining us. Come again soon.